Now, Heartland Sports with Todd Richards.
Hi again, everyone. The Super Bowl is almost 2 weeks away, but the Pickleball will take place this weekend in Cape Girardeau. You step into the Pickleball Factory and you'll see a specially themed trophy for the taking. The Pickleball features 27 teams of 4 players, 2 men and 2 women per squad, with a total of 108 high-caliber pickleball players representing several states around the region. The competition should be intense and fun to watch. With $600 in prize money for first place, the Pickleball Bowl trophy, and some really cool championship rings of the winners. This is the biggest event at the Pickleball Factory yet, so here's how it's going to work.
Then play doubles, then they also play mixed doubles, and then they'll do singles if there's a tie. And so that's the tiebreaker. You know, people are going to come dressed up in their favorite uniforms and that kind of stuff. We've got a recreation of the Lombardi Trophy that C.P. McGinney Jewelers in town 3D printed for us, so it's pretty cool.
I think this would be a really good start to put us on the map as far as Southeast Missouri goes, and showing that this place can host really good tournaments.
All the pickleball fun will begin about 8:30 Saturday and Sunday and wrap up about 5 at the Pickleball Factory. Hey, fans are invited to come on out, enjoy all the fun, and they can also order some food and drinks there. All right, the SEMO football team got a little stronger today with the hiring of Nate Adams as the Red Hawks Director of Sports Performance. Now listen to this one. Adams comes to Southeast after working 2 years as an athletic performance coach with the Indiana Hoosiers football program. They just claimed their first national title, completing a historic 16-0 season. Well, the winter storm shut down the start of this week's Stoddard County Athletic Association boys varsity basketball tournament, but we now have a tip-off date. First round play will begin this Friday at Bloomfield High School with 4 games starting at 4 p.m. with top-seeded Woodland playing Richland in the opener, followed by Bernie and Advance, Puxico versus Bloomfield, and Dexter and Bell City in the nightcap. Semifinals will be held Saturday, consolation final on Monday, championship bracket final and third place games on Wednesday. Well, college hoops in the SEC, another night, another tough matchup. That's how it goes in the SEC for the Missouri Tigers. Mizzou on the road at 23rd ranked Alabama, and the Tigers bigs work well. Mark Mitchell, Sean Phillips, they got the alley-oop slam, look good there, cut it to single digits, but man, this Alabama team, they know how to move it around. They hit the 3, and they get a big win at home, 90-64 over Mizzou. The Kentucky Wildcats fans will not like this, Big Blue Country. They fall 80-55 on the road. Tough place to play in Vanderbilt, but just Cats fans don't like that. And tomorrow night, it's all about the Missouri Valley Conference. You can watch the first game between Northern Iowa and SIU at 6 p.m. on KFES2, followed by the 8 p.m. game between Illinois State at Murray State on Matrix Midwest. And finally, Blues fall to Dallas 4-3.